All right, we're looking at polynomial operations today. First thing we want to look at right here, number one, we're adding. Here's two polynomials and we're adding these together. Okay, so you just add your like terms. So these are like terms right here. 2x plus 3x would be 5x. Okay, and then here you go, color code it. These two are like terms. They're just constants. So negative 3 plus 5 would be positive 2. And so there would be my answer right there, 5x plus 2. All right, go to number 2 here. All right, this time we're subtracting these two polynomials. Now when you subtract, there's lots of ways to make mistakes by subtracting. So what we do that's best is distribute that minus into this expression right here, which is going to make this a positive 10a, and that's going to make that a positive 9. Okay, now here's this first one. And now when I distribute that negative, I can just add them. And it's best to do that. It's best to distribute this minus into that and change to add and add them. Okay, now after I do that, start with our highest powers is best. So here's a to the second, and I don't see more a to the second, so that comes down negative 5a to the second. That's my first term. Okay, then I have a terms. Here's an a term, there's an a term. Those two go together. So 6 plus 10 would be 16. Okay. Then we have a constant term. That's my only constant term right there, that plus 9. So I just bring him down, plus 9. And there you go. There's my answer right there. Okay. The thing about it now right here, here's where you're going to make your error. Because if you don't distribute that minus, you're going to have a negative 9. And a lot of people will put that negative 9 down here, since it's the only constant in the problem. So that's something to look for. So that's the best thing is distribute that minus, change it to plus, and then just add them. Okay, now number 3 here, we're just adding these. So we just start with our highest power, work our way down. So we've got, here's a square, and there's a square, but that's a and that's b. So negative 2b squared plus 8a squared. And we can't put them together because the variables are different. All right, then go to our a term. All right, let's do this. Here's an a term, there's an a term, and that's it. So 8, now look, it's minus 8, 1a, 8a minus 1a, which is 7a. So this would be plus 7a. Okay. And then we got a b term right here, and there's no more b terms to go with that, so that's a 4b, so positive 4b. And then we got this constant term right there, minus 7. And that's it, man. Nothing goes together. So that'd be my answer right there. It's pretty long drawn out, but that's it. Okay. Number 4 here. Okay, we're adding again, so start with my highest power right there, negative 5a squared. Okay, then go to my a term. All right, here's an a term, and there's an a term, so those two go together. All right, so 6 plus 9 would be 15, so plus 15a. And then my constant term, right here, that 5, that's only constant, so plus 5. And there you go. Okay, here's another add one. All right, so start with my squares. Here's a square, and there's a square. And they're x squared, so 3 plus 5 would be 8x squared. Okay, now go to my x term. Here's an x term, and that's only one, so we just drop it down, minus 16x. Then my constant term, all right, here's a negative 11, here's negative 4. Negative 11 plus negative 4 is negative 15. And there you have it. Oops. Okay. And then number 6. Okay, number 6 here. we're subtracting. So here's another one we're going to have to distribute the minus. So bring this minus and distribute it all through this expression here. So that's going to make this 13x squared a negative 13x squared. This plus 18x turns into a minus 18x. And this negative 1 turns into a positive 1. And there you go. Now we're going to add it. All right, so I have there you go. I'm going to add these two together. All right, so start with my square. All right, here's an x squared and there's x squared. So those two go together. Negative 3 plus negative 13 is negative 16 x squared. All right, then I go to my x term. Here's an x term and there's an x term. Those two go together. So negative 8 plus negative 18 is negative 26x. All right, then I've got constants. Here's a constant 12. There's a constant 1. 12 plus 1 is 13. And there we go. Okay. Now this stuff we've kind of done before, so it should be okay with it. All right, number 7. All right, now in this one, we're multiplying. Here's a monomial times a trinomial. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to distribute that into this expression here and multiply it to all three of these. So as I do this one first, 5a to the third times 4ab to the third. So 5 times 4 is going to be 20. And then I got a to the third times a to the 1, which would be a to the 4. And then I got the b3. There you go. There's the first term. All right, now I go to the second term. 5a to the third times this one. So 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. So minus 40. I got a to the 3 times a to the 2, which is a to the 5. And then I got the b2 comes down there. And there you go, there's that one. Okay, then this last one here. 5 times a positive 6 is a positive 30. I've got a to the third, so that's going to be a to the 6. And then I got this b. And there you go. That's my answer right there. Okay. Number 8. Okay. This is b minus 9 squared, which when you square something, you multiply it times itself like this. So it's b minus 9 times b minus 9. Now you can do FOIL method on this, but I like doing a box. I'm just going to draw myself a box under this second one. I got a column for the b, and I got a column for the negative 9. Then I'm going to take this b, I've got a row for it, and that minus 9, I got a row for it. And now I've got 4 products, 4 squares, each one's a product. Right here in this one, b times b is b squared. In this one, negative 9 times b is negative 9b. Same thing here, negative 9b. This one, negative 9 times negative 9 is a positive 81. Okay? Now what's cool about doing this box, diagonally, you have like terms. So I got b squared, negative 9 plus negative 9 is negative 18b, and I got plus 81. And there's my answer. Okay. All right, go to this next one here, number 9. All right, we're multiplying these two expressions. So I got negative 5 times 4, which is negative 20. All right, then I got h to the 1, h to the 6. When I multiply those, that'd be h to the 7. Then I've got I to the 5th, that's I to the 1. So 5 plus 1 would be 6, that'd be I to the 6. Then I got J3 and J3, 3 plus 3 is 6, that'd be J6. And there you go, that's what I get when I multiply that. So that's not too bad. There's a couple more of those like that. Number 10. Okay. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. X to the 4th times x squared. 4 plus 2 is 6, so that's x to the 6. Y to the 5th times y to the 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. And then Z3, Z1 is Z4. And there you go. Not too bad. 11. Okay. Negative 2 times negative 5 is a positive 10. X to the 6. X to the second, 6 plus 2 would be 8. y fifth, y third. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then z2, z5, that'd be z7. There you go. Okay. All right, number 12. All right, now number 12, I got all this inside here to the third power. All right, so I need to distribute that 3 power to all these in here is what I need to do. So I've got 5 to the third power. I've got g to the 5th power to the third power. And I have h to the 6th to the third power. So 5 to the third power is 125. G to the 5th to the third, right here, I multiply in this case, so it'd be G15. I multiply my exponents when I have a power of a power. Right here, a power of a power, I've got H18. Okay, same thing here. All this is to the 4th power, so I've got -2 to the 4th power. Okay, I've got x to the 5 to the 4th power. I've got y to the 5 to the 4th power, and I've got z to the 4th power. Okay, so -2 to the 4th power would be positive 16. This is going to be x20. That'd be y20. And that's going to be the z to the 1. 1 times 4 is 4. There you go. Okay, and the same thing here. So I've got -4 to the 3rd, x to the 7 to the 3rd, y squared to the 3rd, z to the 5th to the 3rd. Okay, so this is -4 to the 3rd, it'd be 64 negative. This is going to be x to the 21. You can just type this in the calculator. If you don't know that in the top of your head, just type it in the calculator. Y 2 times 3 would be 6. And then z 5 times 3 is 15. There you go. Okay, now these two are multiplying. So I guess it's best to do a box. So I'm just going to draw a box under this one right here. And then this one I'm going to put on the side 6x minus 7. So there's 6 products here. Okay, I think doing the box is the best deal. It keeps it organized and you're making less mistakes. So right here, this is going to be 6x to the 4th power. Right here, 6 times -8 is -48. That's going to be x squared. 6x times 3 is 18x. Okay. And down here, I got -7 times x to the 3rd, -7x to the 3rd. -7 times -8x, 56x. And then -7 times 3 is -21. Okay, now usually your like terms are diagonally. But see, we skipped a term here. This went from x to the 3rd to x, so they're going to be not diagonally, but maybe spread out some, if there's any at all. Here's 2. These are like terms. That's only ones. So we've got 6x to the 4th. I've got -7x to the 3rd. I've got -48x. And I've got, I'm sorry, x squared. I've got 56 plus 18, which would be 74. And I got -21. And there's my answer right there. Okay. Right here on this one, I'm going to build a box underneath this one, kind of like what we just did. Make a row for each column, which I've got 4x squared plus 6x minus 5. So right here, this is 3 times 4 is 12, x to the 4th. Right here, these two, 4 times -6 is -24, that'd be x third. And then 4x squared times 1 is 4x squared. And right here, 6 times 3 is 18, that's going to be x third. 6 times -6 is -36, x squared. And then it's going to be a 6x right here. -15x squared, 30x, -5. Okay, now, looking diagonally, see these two guys right here are x to the 3rds. These are all x squareds. And then these are here x terms. So I've got this 12 x4. -24 plus 18 is -6 x3. 4 plus -36 plus -15 would be -61, -57. Okay, 6 plus 30 would be plus 36x, and then minus 5. Okay. Then one last one. All right, same thing as before. I'm going to build a box underneath this one. Okay. And I'm going to put 5x minus 3 here on the side. So this is going to be 30, x to the third, negative 35, x squared. 5 times 9 is 45x. Right here, negative 3 times 6 is negative 18, x squared. And then that's going to be a 21x, negative 27. Okay, and then like I've been telling you, like terms are going to be on the diagonal here. All right, so it looks like 30, x to the third, negative 35 plus negative 18 is negative 53, x squared. 45 plus 21 is 66, and then minus 27, and there's my answer right there. Okay, so that's it. That's polynomial operations. If you have any questions or need some help, just give me a holler. Have a good rest of the day.